And now, your Midday Ark-La-Miss news update.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Randy Stone with your Midday Ark-La-Miss update. Well, in March of last year, Savannah Bellegarde was in an agreement to buy a clothing business called Just La Vie Boutique. Bellegarde is charged with identity theft after allegedly using the information of the owner to take out a loan of about $12,000. The owner also claims that Bellegarde took all the clothes and other assets out of the business in the middle of the night. The previous owner was able to obtain the clothes and assets back and had an estate sale. The court is waiting on the return of a subpoena from the arresting officer for proceedings to move forward. A status update is scheduled for August 19th. Staying in course, the suspect in the El Dorado shooting at the Municipal Auditorium on prom night has had his first court appearance. That was on Monday. Jaquavian Jefferson is being charged with first-degree battery, terroristic act, and enforcement charge for engaging in violent criminal group activity, and first-degree criminal mischief and felony with a firearm. Jefferson hired his own attorney and his bond was set at $250,000. His case will be sent to the circuit court and he has a no contact order with 3 different individuals. The Louisiana House passing a bill that restricts the use of foreign money in state elections. It's all part of a package of voter protection bills publicly backed by Louisiana Secretary of State Nancy Landry. It prohibits using funds, goods, or services donated by a foreign government or a non-citizen to promote a ballot proposition, a candidate, or a political party. Now on to a reminder, time is running out for you to get your real ID. Starting tomorrow, you'll need one to board a flight or enter certain federal buildings. The deadline only affects TSA checkpoints, not the DMV, so if you don't have a real ID yet, you can still get one after May 7th. But starting Wednesday, if your license doesn't have that star in the corner, you'll need to bring a passport or another form of ID to fly. It's all part of a federal push to tighten ID standards more than 2 decades after 9/11.
Real ID is an effort from the federal government to make state-issued identification cards and driver's license more accurate, more reliable, and more secure.
You can check the OMV website to see exactly what documents you need to bring.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We are expecting a widespread development of shower and thunderstorms throughout much of the Ark-La-Miss for this afternoon. Heavy pockets of rainfall could lead to localized flash flooding as these storms will still continue even as we go around 6, 7 o'clock this evening. As we go overnight into the early morning hours of Wednesday, there's still going to be some heavy rainfall, especially along and just south of I-20 corridor. And as we go into Wednesday afternoon, there's still going to be a couple pockets of shower and thunderstorms developing. So definitely going to be a little unsettled at least through the next couple of days. Even by Thursday, we're still looking to see some more pockets of rainfall as the low pressure center begins to exit just off to our east. The main threat for today is going to be some localized flash flooding. Can't necessarily fully rule out the chance we might see a couple high wind gusts or hail, but the greatest threat is mostly across central and southwest Louisiana, across portions of East Texas for this evening. So tonight we're going to fall to mid-60s as these storms still linger. Tomorrow we're still going to see an unsettled light pattern that stays with us at least all the way through Friday. Now as we close the week out, temperatures holding firm, mostly upper 70s, and then early next week will partially clear out. We'll be back to the 80s on Monday as sunshine is expected to return, and then we'll be warming up to the mid-80s on Tuesday. Lows will continue mostly in the lower 60s.
And that is it for our midday update. NBC News Daily continues now. Be sure to get your St. Jude tickets. Time is running out for that. And stop by Max Markets for our food drive for our veterans. Be safe out there. God bless you. And that is our update, our midday update. NBC News Daily continues now. Go by Max Markets and help out with our veterans food drive. Max Market right here in Monroe. God bless you.